Welcome to the first episode of niSCIdea, bringing you the most exciting stuff from the world of science research. This week, researchers in the US have developed an experimental drug called nitromemantine that can restore the damage caused by Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease affects more than 36 million people worldwide and is characterized by the presence of these nasty things called plaques between the neurons or brain cells. Plaques form from a protein called beta amyloid that clumps together in the brain. In a healthy brain, information travels down the neurons in the form of an electrical signal until it reaches the next neuron. These two neurons must undergo a connection, called a synapse, in order for the information to be passed to the next neuron. It was initially thought that the plaques damaged the synapses directly, and this is what caused the symptoms of Alzheimer's disease, such as memory loss. Let's zoom in on the synapse. This study mapped the pathway that leads to damage to the synapse in Alzheimer's patients. They began by investigating levels of a chemical in the synapse called glutamate, which is released by neurons and is important in memory and learning. The team found that beta amyloid proteins in plaques actually promoted the release of extremely high levels of glutamate into the synapse. This glutamate activates receptors, or proteins that are important in relaying the information through your brain. These are called E and MDA receptors, and the excess glutamate leads to hyperactivation, which actually causes damage to the synapse. To try and stop this damage to synapses, the researchers looked for ways to disrupt the chain of events. The study investigated 2 FDA-approved drugs by using mice that were bred to develop the features of Alzheimer's disease. The first was memantine, a drug that is already used to treat some symptoms of Alzheimer's. When they gave the mice this drug, they discovered that some of the synapses were recovered and the symptoms of Alzheimer's were slightly alleviated. But the response was limited because memantine is a positively charged molecule and it is repelled by the positive charge on damaged neurons. Essentially, memantine couldn't reach its target. The second drug, nitroglycerin, has been used to treat chest pain in people with heart disease. The researchers found that a specific part of the nitroglycerin molecule was very good at interacting with the E and MDA receptor, but unfortunately it can't fix the damaged synapses. So the team combined memantine with the specific part of nitroglycerin to create a new drug called nitromemantine. The fragment of nitroglycerin is able to overcome the repulsion between memantine and the neuron so that the memantine part of the drug can shut down the hyperactive E and MDA receptor on diseased neurons and fix the damaged synapses. Dr. Stuart Lipton, who led this study, is optimistic that nitromemantine will be effective in human trials and bring hope to sufferers of Alzheimer's disease. Heard of some really cool science research? Let me know in the comments or on Facebook or Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe for a weekly update from the world of science research.